Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal with NVIDIA Daily Analysis. NVIDIA took a little dip today as we expected in my previous video. Now, 2 days left from FOMC rate cut decision. In this video, we'll discuss NVIDIA stock price movement for today and we'll also discuss the possibilities of NVIDIA going up or down before and after the rate cut. Now, let's get started. Starting with the daily summary, NVIDIA opened at 116.79. It made a high 118.18. It made a low 114.36 and it closed at 116.78. That is 1.95% down. And after hours, it's still down about 0.28%. If you remember in my previous video, I predicted that early this week there is a possibility that Nvidia will go down a little bit, but I was not expecting a big drop on Nvidia early this week. So that's what happened today. So today's movement is in line with my previous expectation. And also you can notice there are some volatility the Nvidia stock price before noon. We see down and up and down and then up. So tomorrow I expect the similar behavior, some volatility on Nvidia stock price, and also there is a chance for Nvidia going further down, but not much. But if you take a look overall market, things are interesting. S&P was up today, but Nasdaq was down, and Dow Jones was up as well. Let's take a look. So you see S&P was up 0.13%, but there was so much volatility on S&P stock movement today as well. You see ups and down, ups and down. And if you take a look Nasdaq, so Nasdaq closed negative today, 0.52% down, but the volatility was still there with Nasdaq as well. So Nasdaq contains mostly the tech stock, so tech stock was under pressure today. And regarding Dow Jones, so Dow Jones also closed positive today, 0.55% up. And also you can see the volatility on Dow Jones stock price as well. So overall, it was a mixed behavior in the market. Some indices was up and some was down, right? Moving on to Nvidia again. Last 5 days, Nvidia is still up 8.20%. Last 1 month, it's down about 6.26%. Last 6 months is still up 32%. And year to date, 142% up. And that's too much. But having said that, Nvidia still has more potential to go further up in next few months. The reason is Nvidia already took a dip from the all-time high and now is trying to recover. Now let's take a look forward P for Nvidia and other AI stocks. Nvidia forward P at this point is 37.92, slightly down from last week closing. Palantir 106.79. So Palantir continues to go up. The last week it was 104.68. SMCI is down today. The forward P is 14.13 and last week was 14.39. AMD, not a big change from last week. Forward P is 39.50. Now let's take a look percentage change analysis for Nvidia. So if you take a look this table, at this point Nvidia is about 0.33% up on the cumulative percentage change basis from the previous earnings date. So this tells that Nvidia still has more room to go further up in next few weeks before next earnings. So if you take a look at the graph, you see just after the earnings Nvidia started going down, but it started recovering from last week. And if you remember my NVIDIA price projection file that I shared with you a few weeks ago, the price range I gave you for this quarter was from 105 through 158. So in this quarter, Nvidia went down slightly below 105, probably about 102. So my price range is still not too far off, right? So Nvidia, even if went down, but did not go down too much from my minimum point. The highest point I have is 158. So based on my price range, Nvidia looks like has more possibility to go further up versus going down before next earnings. But it doesn't mean that Nvidia will go up every day, right? There will be some days where Nvidia will take a dip or go down. But I'm talking about overall trend in the Nvidia stock price for this quarter. Now let's take a look technical charts for Nvidia. So on your screen, you see 180-day hourly interval chart for Nvidia and also the MACD chart. So you can notice the MACD line started going down as we expected on Friday. I gave you an example that Nvidia, this price behavior might copy this behavior. You see that? In that behavior, you see that after reaching high, Nvidia started going down. So similar behavior we started seeing from this week, and also Friday last week as well. So with that being said, there is a possibility that Nvidia may go further down tomorrow or day after. So in that case, probably Nvidia should follow this behavior. It will go down, but not too much, in my opinion. Unlike this one. In here, it started going down, but it went down too much. And now you see Fibonacci levels on your screen. So as we saw on Friday, the next level of support was 115. So in my opinion, 115 is a strong support level. So tomorrow, even if Nvidia goes down, I'm not expecting a big drop tomorrow. But anything can happen. It's market, right? So I'm just telling you what I think. And after that is 108, and 108 is also a very strong support level. On the upper side, we have 125, and I still have the same opinion that 125 is my litmus test. Once Nvidia breaks 125, it won't take much time to reach 140 again. Now, let's take a look some news regarding Nvidia. Nothing much regarding Nvidia news today, but still we can take a look some news. For example, this one that says consumers are grumpy about the economy. Still, it's bullish for stocks. But I do not agree with this analysis. I don't think consumers are grumpy about the economy. There is some uncertainty because of the rate cut, but once we know how much basis point FOMC does this week, then we'll have more clarity. Then probably market will show less volatility. Now about this one that says ARM holding is a strong AI play, but not a buy, analyst says. So I see some people are trading on ARM holding the stock. It looks to me it's a good stock, but I haven't done a deep analysis on this stock, so I cannot comment further on ARM holdings. So now this one that says Nvidia's stock rally pauses. A new generation of data center is arriving. So based on this news, this tells me they're talking about Nvidia is slowing down. Probably they are waiting of new product launches that can support next gen data centers. So probably they're right, as I said before in my previous videos, the new product launches from Nvidia, for example, Blackwell and other products sometime end of this year or early next year will boost Nvidia shares more. So from now till end of this year, Nvidia still can manage to go further up, but we should not expect the same kind of surge that we saw in Q1 and Q2 this year. So as you notice, in last 9 months, Nvidia is still above 140%. So now scrolling down further, so now this one that says Nvidia is expected to grow quickly through 2026, and these companies may grow faster. So yes, 2026 could be a very good year for Nvidia. Now, and if we scroll further, I do not find anything specific or anything different for Nvidia. I think that's all regarding Nvidia and overall market. Now let's take a look other AI stocks. So in my watch list, as you can notice, most of the AI or tech stocks are negative today, with the exception of Microsoft and Palantir. Palantir, last few days and weeks having a very good time, and there are multiple reasons behind it. One of the reason is they got included in S&P. And SMCI is 1.76% down, but I think that next 2 weeks are very critical for SMCI before the actual split happens. So in my opinion, we might see some upward movement on SMCI in next 2 weeks. Now let's take a look economic calendar for this week. So as you see, tomorrow nothing much coming up. And Wednesday, we have FOMC interest rate cut decision and also Mr. Powell's speech. So that's very important. So Wednesday, also I see market would be under pressure or volatile. But there is a chance that just before the FOMC interest rate decision, market can go up because there will be some excitement before the actual rate cut happens. And depending on the rate cut, whether they do 25 basis point or 50 basis point, you will see the reaction from the market on Thursday and Friday. So if they do 25 basis point, I do not see too much reaction from the market because market already adjusted its price with respect to 25 basis point. But if they do 50 basis point, and that will be a positive surprise for the market. On Thursday, we have weekly initial jobless claim, somewhat important but not much, and Friday, nothing much. So I guess that's all about NVIDIA analysis and assessment for today and rest of the week. So before the FOMC rate cut decision, I expect no clarity in stock direction on NVIDIA. So NVIDIA still can show some volatility in next 2 days. I hope you like the video. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you more tomorrow. Take care.